All right, so last week we took a look at the Baofeng UV5G radios. Today we're taking a look at their upgrade, which is the UV5G Plus GMRS radios. I'm going to tell you why I like GMRS for preppers and why I like these radios a little bit better than the traditional UV5Gs when we come back. All right, folks, welcome back. So you guys know I am a ham radio operator. I love ham radio. It's something that's kind of my passion. I enjoy doing it. But some people just aren't that into radio. And maybe they want some kind of licensed service that allows them to use repeaters and use a little bit more sophisticated equipment, but they don't want the commitment of having to study for a ham test or, wait forever to take it and all the other expenses that go with it. So maybe GMRS fits the need for them. Basically, you go online on the FCC's website, you pay $35, you fill out some forms and information, and the next thing you know, within a day or two, now I've been told it's about 3 days, you get your license in your email, you print out your license, you put it up on the wall, and you're a licensed radio operator. That simple. Now, it does require a bit of a learning curve. You're going to have to learn about repeater tones and offsets and stuff like that. But all that stuff is fairly well documented online. We're not really going to go into that today here for these. I just want to show you these radios and explain to you why I like them a little bit better than the traditional Baofeng GMRS radios, which were the UV5Gs. These are the UV5G Pluses. Now, quickly, before we get into the radio too much, I want to give you a little bit of information on this particular bundle. This is a 2-pack. It's going to come with 2 different antennas, an 8-inch and a 15.5-inch. I do have the 15.5-inch antennas on there now. This will receive NOAA weather radio. These do have 2,500 milliamp hour batteries with a USB-C port. You'll notice there's no charging cradle for these. You just plug them in and charge them. I charged them up last night fairly quickly. They are a full 5-watt radios. Okay, so there's none of this crazy claims of 15, 20 watts. 5-watt radios, I've tested them. They're legit. Work very, very well. And that's really all you're going to need, especially if you're using these with repeaters. And they have 969 fully customizable channels, okay? From 1 to I believe it's 20, gosh, they have the repeater channels in there too. 30. From 1 to 30, I believe, is your preset channels, okay? And with the software that I was using, because this doesn't support Chirp yet, I was using the Baofeng software, I could not edit those channels at all, other than maybe bump the power levels up and down. So what you want to do when you add repeaters is add them separately in the Baofeng software underneath those channels. So I have 31, 32, and 33, which are my local repeater channels in this area, and that seemed to work very well for me. I was able to hit all those repeaters, no problem at all. Even one that's pretty far away and pretty low compared to the other one that's above it. So very pleased with the performance of the radios. Another neat feature of these, and one of the features of why I like these a little bit better, is they have a frequency copy mode. I happened to program both of these before I found that out. That's what I get for not reading the manual. However, all I did was program one and then just drop the database in the other using the Baofeng software. And the Baofeng software is available on their website. It's a very, very small, simple program to use. Very, very easy. You're going to read the database, put in your repeaters, write it back over, you're done. So it's very, very easy to use. Now, another reason I like these better than the UV5Gs is their display. I'm going to show you the display. Now, using this Baofeng software, you can change that if you want. Bigger, nice, big, bright display there with the frequencies. Now, I have to tell you, I did not see an option for naming these a different name. Maybe when they're supported by Chirp, we'll be able to do that. But with my current version of Chirp, and I have the latest version, I wasn't able to get these to work with Chirp. I was able to get them to work with the Baofeng software, no problem at all. You notice I have them talking. So you can go in and out of frequency or channel mode on these very, very easily, okay? So you have that big screen that's really nice. You can actually see it from a distance. It works well in low light, so it's not going to be hard to read. I do have to work on the timeout, though, because I like to time out a little bit slower. If you want to switch from one to the other, you can hit your AB button. Okay, and it does have all the regular menu functions. You can go through the menu through here. That's your squelch level, your firmware version, dual watch, power on, off, all that stuff. You can display in the opening just by this thing. You can either display the voltage of the battery or the logo. Let's go for the, whoops, back there. You hit menu, now you can choose voltage. Hit that, and it says confirm. So let's turn the radio off, okay? There's the voltage, see? And that to me is a little more useful than a banner that says Baofeng when I turn it on, so I really don't have a problem with that. very, very easy to take care of that situation. You do have a light here, and the light is actually bright enough and usable. So I was really impressed with those features as well. Another nice thing about this is it does have the different antennas. So you can do this with, let me show you the other antennas. It comes with the standard shorter antennas, and these are the SWR, and these were all perfect, both the long and short ones. There's the long one, okay. That's the 15.5 inch, and the little smaller ones there, the 8-inch ones. Another neat thing about this is it allows you to set numerous repeaters with varying split tones. So if you want to use these across multiple cities and towns, you can do that without reprogramming. You'll just go into the repeater frequencies on the VFO mode, and you'll be able to put in your tones through that, and you'll be able to change them as you move around, whatever, if you're going through areas. I didn't put any Vegas frequencies in this yet because, honestly, I don't know which repeaters are active in Vegas, and quite frankly, I'm not in Vegas, so I'm not going to be able to hit the repeaters from here to test it. So all in all, I found them to be a pretty good thing. Now, another nice thing I like better than the UV5Gs is the battery. Now, this comes with a plug, okay? Basic USB-C plug. It also comes with the adapter. But if you want to plug this into, say, a power station or something and charge it up, you can do that. Your charge is on the back here, your plug, I mean, right on the back of the battery. So there's no need to take the battery off and charge it. There's no need to drop it in a charger or anything like that. Very, very simple and easy to do. Essentially what you'll do is you'll just plug this in here in this particular situation we're showing you today. Open that back piece up, okay? There you go. And I'm going to plug this in, and it should be red, and it will go green when it's done. So that's as simple as charging. You don't have to mess around with that. Pick this one up. You don't have to mess around with a charging cradle or anything like that. Less stuff to carry. Your simple charging cable for your phone will be able to charge these up. So you really only need one USB-C cord with you at all times and a way to charge it off that. You can do that off a little power brick, a power station, a little portable power bank, whatever you want to do, you can charge it. So that, to me, really was a big seller, okay? Another reason why I like these a little bit better than the UV5Gs were the fact that these have a little bit better sound to them. And we are going to test them. We're going to take them out. I'm going to run down about, like I said, about 1.5 miles from home, down the street, and we're going to test them out on Simplex on Channel 1, just to see how good they sound from a distance. I am going to be opening my garage door because it's a big metal Faraday cage in here with it closed. It is kind of cold, so I want to get this done kind of quick this morning. But I'm going to go down about 1 mile away, about 1.5 miles away, and transmit on these. Now remember, where I am is very flat. From where I'm going to be to here is very flat land. So, of course, I'm going to get 1 mile, no problem. Your terrain may be different. You may be living in a city where there's a lot of buildings. You may be living in a hilly countryside or something like that. Your terrain may be different, and it always kind of changes with that. Quickly, I want to go over a few things. You got a user manual here. Very nice user manual, very easy to read, very simple, explains everything. Mine did come with a programming cable. It is your standard programming cable. Works right away. I found my COM port right away. Again, I have the other charger and adapter if you want to use it in the plug. It did come with the 2 little earpieces. I never seem to take these out unless I'm using them because they tend to get all tangled up. Came with your 2 earpieces and, of course, 2 straps. I don't know where the other one went. I must have dropped it on the floor. But 2 of these little lanyards if you're interested in using those. So I'm going to set this up here. Again, we're going to edit it so that it looks like, boom, I'm 1.5 miles away instantly. But I'm going to set this up here. We're going to leave it and let it run. And I'm going to let you hear what it sounds like from 1.5 miles away, or 1.2 miles actually, away. We're going to try it out and see how we like the sound. All right, so I have this set on GMRS channel 1. It is high power. It's zoomed right in on the screen there. Hopefully I turned it so that it won't turn off right away on you. But if it doesn't, it'll pop back on the minute I get on the radio and talk to you. Yeah, it timed out already. But that's no big deal because once I get on here, let's key it up, see? When I key it up, it works fine. I have the other unit in my hand here. I'm going to get in the car. I'm going to drive about 1.5 miles away, 1.25 miles away. And I will, through the magic of editing, not make you wait for it. We'll just come back and this will start talking. So see you in a few minutes.
I'm testing the Balfan UV5G Plus. And seeing how it sounds. Just want you guys to get a little sound on this. I'm not by any means yelling into the microphone, just trying to get a little bit of a sound test quality out of this. And as you can tell, if it all goes well, the sound on this is sounding pretty good. So I'm going to be wrapping this up, and I will see you back inside WRPS 321.
So I always like to make sure that I play back what it sounded like. Takes forever to get to that point because I'm driving away. But it did sound extremely good. Really well, very, very deep, bassy, good quality to it. Something I found with a lot of the other Chinese-made radios is they can sound very tinny. And that's really no big deal if you're just sitting in your living room talking to your friends on the local repeater. But if you're out where there's noise or background noise or distractions, it's a little bit harder to understand. And I found with these new Baofeng radios, since they've been kind of upgrading them and doing a little bit more work on them lately, they sound really, really good. So let's wrap up the video really quick. The item weight on this is 2.4 pounds for the two of them, so 1.2 pounds each. The dimensions on it, 8.7 by 7.7 by 3.9 inches. They're not super heavy. Very nice, well-made radios. They feel good in your hand. You have your connector over here for your speaker. You do have that cloning. You have the light. I mean, all in all, these are really, really cool radios. And even the other ones, the UV5Gs were pretty decent radios, but I really, really like the display on these, the tactile feel, the way they feel in your hand. They actually feel a little bit better made. I still have an original UV5R, the first Baofeng ham radio I bought. Gosh, I want to say 2016, and that thing still works fine. Well, some of my friends got me interested in it and saying, hey, these things work great. And if you go way, way back in my videos, you'll see a review I did on them. But I was really, really impressed. Another nice thing about this is it can hit repeaters that the other one couldn't hit. I don't know if that's just better engineering, better finals in it, better antenna, whatever. I was able to hit our local 6.5 repeater, which is at the top of Mount Potosi, and hit it with no problem at all, and received back without any kind of static. My other one kind of was a little staticky. When I went to do that, it was a little bit off. So I was actually really impressed with it. And that was something that I thought was really cool too, because I do use these around town, and it's nice to have that. I don't necessarily have a mobile GMRS radio installed in my vehicle yet. Right now, I have two ham radios in there. Eventually, I'll probably put another GMRS in there and just get rid of the second ham unit because I don't really need it. But it is nice to have a handheld like that I can take with me anywhere, and I know it's going to work. So, very impressed with them. The deal on this, okay? The bundle is over on Amazon. I do have a link down below if you want to check it out. It will also be in my store under the communications section there. The deal on it's going to be $68.99 for two of them with all these accessories, including the cable, all that stuff. $68.99. Very competitive pricing for a decent GMRS radio. I'll tell you the truth, gosh, I want to say maybe 15 years ago, I kind of discovered GMRS, and it wasn't anywhere near as popular as it is now. I think partially it's because a lot of YouTubers are talking about it for preppers. If you don't want to bother with all the ham radio stuff, you can just get your license. And they were very expensive. They were reconditioned Motorola units. They were, they weren't proprietary stuff. They were old radios out of taxi cabs. The handhelds were basically messed with Motorola radios that were business radios. It was harder to find a dedicated radio that it was actually set up for GMRS. So I'm liking the fact that you can get something like this off the shelf now. And for the price for two of them, $68.99. The cool thing about GMRS 2 is that you and your spouse, or you and anybody in your immediate family of your house, can use the same license. One person could be Unit 1, one person could be Unit 2, and you can use the same license. So if I'm coming home and I want to tell somebody in my house, say my daughter, son, whatever, a relative, that I'm coming home, I can go WRPS 321 Unit 1, I'm on my way home, and they can reply, okay, WRPS 321 Unit 2. Very, very handy to have that ability to use the license between everybody in your immediate house. So that's very, very cool. And that's why I think they're becoming more and more popular. I say they're kind of like the new CB radio for a lot of areas locally. I hear a lot of the RVers using these in the RV parks when they want to talk, RV to RV and stuff. So a lot of the snowbirds that come into town use these, and they'll set up somewhere, out in the desert and with their friends who may be across the other side of the desert, and they're talking at night. So they're definitely starting to see a little bit of a resurgence, and I think the price on this is pretty darn good. So anyway, folks, links down below. Check it out. It's going to be the Baofeng UV 5G Plus GMRS radio, okay? Links down there. And don't forget to check out all our other links as well. We have our freeze-dried wholesalers link. You definitely want to get in on that right now. That link's going to save you 15%. My link down there is going to save you 15% just for using it. No codes, no hassles, no nothing. Now, on Monday, I have a very big pre-order coming up for you guys. Really good deal. He's agreed to do this again. It's going to be a mid-rat special for the Navy, and there's going to be some surplus left over. So we're going to do a pre-order on it. So you definitely want to check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Come back on Monday, see what's going on with it. But the link's going to save you 15% just for ordering anything. And he has everything there, from filet mignon to cheesecake. You name it, he's got it. All right, ground bison, beef, everything. Burgers, everything. All the vegetables you could possibly want. So definitely check him out there. Below that is our Amazon affiliate store, folks. Check out the store. If there's nothing in the store you like, just use the shop Amazon using that link. We do appreciate when you do that. Allows us to bring you cool gear to the channel. Our My Patriot supply link, that's preparewithiridium.com. This month's special is the 4-week kit, $60 off. Okay, that's 4 weeks of food. If you got nothing and you want to jumpstart your prep plan and get some food in quick, an awesome way to get 4 weeks worth of food, $60 off. Really good deal on it going on right now at preparewithiridium.com. And of course, our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. Don't forget Thrive, folks. Lots of good freeze-dried food there. Those are the 3 companies I trust with my food storage long-term, and I hope you would too. Anyway, folks, so thank you for watching. Don't forget to share the video if you like it. Subscribe. Give me a thumbs up for the algorithm. Stay safe and stay prepared.